Hey guys, this is Armando21 and today we're gonna take a look at the evolution of the PlayStation controller from PlayStation 1 all the way to PlayStation 4. So let's get this started, shall we? Alright guys, here's the DualShock 1. This bad boy was released by Sony in 1996. This came along with the PlayStation 1 console. Also, they released a model that didn't have the analog sticks, if you guys remember that. I used to own the other model that didn't have the analog sticks, which was perfect for me because I just upgraded straight from Super Nintendo to PlayStation. And then of course I played the N64, but I like the PlayStation better, and the controller without the analog sticks was kind of good for me and everybody that came from Nintendo straight to PlayStation. Then I remember I bought this model because I wanted to test it out in some of the newer games, like my favorite, Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassins, which was a kick-ass game back then. Also, as you may see in the back, these buttons, the triggers back then, which were just known as the L2 and R2, were actually freaking awesome. Just look at this. This thing, I got it around the year 2000 and it's still in pretty good shape. I bashed the shit out of this thing and nothing's happened to it. Then I remember in 2002 when the PS2 was released, we got the DualShock 2, but as you can see, mine is fucked up from the analog sticks because of that little guy right there. I left my controller on the floor for 20 minutes just to go to the kitchen, make a sandwich, and when I came back, both of them were chewed up so bad that I had no choice but to remove the protection, and I had to get used to playing this way. Then this was released in the year 2002 by Sony with the PlayStation 2 console, and just like the PS2 controller, this thing is wired, which actually caused a lot of trouble for me because my nieces and nephews were actually little at the time and I had no choice. I mean, they tripped all over these cables. My console hit the floor so many times. It hit the floor so many times that it broke. It took a year, but it broke. And as you can see, the buttons are the same. We still have our select, our start, our analog selection button. You have the D-pad, which was improved. The analog sticks were improved from the PS1 model, because this was just plain plastic. Comfortable, but it would tire your fingers out after like 20-30 minutes of gaming. Then this one, with the padding on it, you could at least game for about 2 hours before your thumbs got tired. And then 4 years later, in 2006, late 2006, we moved up, we bought our PS3 consoles, and we got this. And this one was the first ever wireless controller released by Sony. Official wireless controller, actually. But the PS2 did have its own wireless controllers in the past, but they were a piece of shit. I remember them pretty good. Then the controllers came with the charger, with their own charger cable, which I will not show today because that's not what the video is about. Also, I have the red model because of this freaking problem. The triggers, they were so shitty that I broke 2 DualShock 3s, and this is my 3rd one, and since I didn't feel like buying another one after I broke the triggers on this, I fixed it myself and saved me about 50 bucks. Also, this one was the first one to have this. The choices for first, second, third, or fourth player, they would light up depending on which player you were, except after you went past fourth player. If you were like the 6th player, you would light up 4 and 2. And sorry about that noise, that was my guitar crashing on the floor. Also, they added this button, which is the PlayStation Home button, which we used to turn on the PS3 after. Basically, after you would sync this controller with your PS3, you could just use the controller and turn it on. Beep beep. And then again, this was improved. The analog sticks were improved as well, more comfortable and better for gaming. Except that I didn't like this because my first one broke within about 6 months, and then I took really good care of my second controller, but it still broke. Then finally, this past November 15th, we moved up to this, the DualShock 4, which looks like a fucking beast. And as you can see, it's turned on right now. I have my PS4 on in the other room, and with this controller, they added the touchpad, which is kind of cool, because, like, for instance, my favorite game right now, Warframe, you slide your finger either up, left, right, or down to use a different power depending if you unlock them. You have to level up, unlock a power, and then just up, left, right, down, and you can use your powers. Also, the analog sticks were once again improved. This time they're so comfortable that you don't even realize that you don't even know that they're there. I mean, as you can see right here, they have like a little cushion in between, so it's a little like, it has like ridges on the side, and then a cushion right in the middle. You put your finger there, your thumb, and you can just game. But right now I can show you with both hands, because I'm holding my camera on one hand, and the controller on the other. Also, they finally improved this. The trigger buttons, they're a lot better, and I've been playing Battlefield 4 for the past week, since I got it last week, and I actually like playing with the trigger buttons, except that every now and then I keep forgetting that you shoot with the trigger buttons and aim, and I keep pressing the top ones, and I keep either sending false commands to my squads or throwing grenades, which really pisses them off. Also, they added the speaker, and a speaker in here which you can use to talk to your friends if you have the shitty microphone that they give, which you plug right here. It's a headphones. And also the D-pad also greatly improved. It's more comfortable, more slick. This will work well with old games. Like on my PC, I have tried this with Mortal Kombat 2, The Lost Secrets, which I will upload a video about later, and it works just perfect. Yes, this thing works with your PC. You don't need to do all that shit you have to go through to play with your PS3 controller. Like all that software, you can just uninstall it, plug this thing in like that, Windows detects it, and it installs right away. And all you have to do, if you want to use it with the emulators, you have to program it, which is pretty easy. Also, before I end this, back in about 2005, I bought this beast, a multi-tap, because of the WWE video games. I used to buy them back then all the time, and basically you could play them 6 players, but since the PS2 the console can only handle 2 controllers, you have to buy this beast in order to play them. And basically, this is where you hook it up. The top one is for the memory card, and the bottom one for the controller. So the multi-tap wouldn't work unless you plug both of them into your console. But anyway, let me show you all the controllers all lined up with each other. And there you are, every single DualShock controller that came out for PlayStation since 1996 until now. Also, we're gonna be seeing like shitty mods of this controller soon, because I seen fake DualShock 3 controllers out there. I mean, this one could be a fake one because it doesn't have the info. It says Sony. It still works without any dongle, since if it's not Sony, it needs a dongle to work on the PS3. But soon enough, we're gonna be seeing that on this. Just wait about 2 or 3 months, and you're gonna be seeing the cheap knockoffs. Also, I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.